guys, Ralph here. And welcome to True Power Health here on Sensational Saturday. It's not even 8 o'clock yet, man. This is my third one of the day. I'm a busy little beaver. Anyway, you saw the thumbnail. Cyrus and Robbie. Just awesome, man. Awesome. That's Cyrus Kambata. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Cyrus Kambata, I'm not sure. And Robbie Barbaro. These guys have been around for a while, and I have been, and I know their work, and I'm big fans of them and everything. And but it wasn't until I just stumbled across a podcast that they did a couple years ago with Rich Roll, okay, who is a vegan endurance athlete type of thing gone activist. Anyway, I'm going to put the link for the entire podcast down below. But the thing, I was just, as again, I know their shtick, so to speak. They've been around for quite a while. Both type 1 diabetics. Both of them are type 1 diabetics. And how they live their life, all but pain-free from the disease, using this protocol, their protocol. Now, type 1, genetic disorder, the pancreas doesn't work right. It can manifest this way. It manifests itself in many different ways. Type 2 diabetes, all diet, you've done it to yourself. Type 1, you're there for life. Okay? The pancreas just plain doesn't work right. In a nutshell. Now, both of them are very, very bright guys. Okay? Robbie has a master's degree in health and all these certifications. Robbie, on the other hand, has a PhD from Cal Berkeley, undergraduate work in nutrition and everything from Stanford. But his PhD is in nutrition biochemistry. Okay? So basically, that is taking my PhD and putting it on steroids. I mean, biochem, it gets down to the chemistry of the whole thing of nutrition. I mean, DNA and molecules and atoms and all this sort of stuff, the chemistry of it. And it's funny because he starts talking in his jargon of his field. And if you look at Rich Roll, he's hanging in there, man. I think I got it. That's exactly how I felt when I was listening to it. Okay? Now, again, I stumbled across it, and I didn't have that much time. Okay? So I just thought I'd listen to a little bit of it. And they got going, man. And 2 hours later, I didn't move. I was fascinated. It's 2 hours, and, I'm telling you right now, it gets very, very technical at points, at times. But these two guys have made it their mission to help people with all forms of diabetes. Either reverse it completely or in type 1, live a normal, healthy, happy, active life. They're both married with kids, blah, blah, blah. They're young guys. They are both in extraordinary physical shape. Robbie, Cyrus. There's some shots out there without a shirt on. Okay? Absolutely shredded. Robbie, not so much. He's a little more demure. He's like myself. Keep the shirt on. Just listen to what I'm saying. Trust me. But just absolutely fascinating. Okay? Now, what I'm here to tell you is they are saying exactly what I have been saying on this channel and saying for much of my adult life. Okay? Before these two little whippersnappers were even born. Okay? But the fact of the matter is, man, fruits, veggies, starches, sugars. Fruits, veggies, starches, sugars. Get rid of the fat. Type 1 prediabetes and type 2 diabetes is a disease of fat. Years ago, back when my father had it, we're talking 40 years ago, it was called sugar diabetes because it was the insulin part that was askew, and they just figured that it was the sugar that's doing it. Okay, so ever since then, for all these Mayo clinics and Jocelyn clinics and all this sort of stuff that my father went to, all they told him to do was don't eat sugar. There's nothing left to eat. If you're not going to eat carbs, there's nothing left to eat but fat. That just exacerbated the problem. And it was a slow, ugly descent into heart disease and hypertension, obesity, the whole 9 yards. And that's another thing. With a disease like this, that manifests itself many times with obesity. These guys, runway model thing. Now they claim that type 1 guys, a lot of times the obesity is not that prevalent. Okay? But guys, this is every single thing. And there's one point in the middle of it that Robbie's on his dissertation, so to speak. I mean, it's fascinating stuff. And what does he do? He quotes Percival Hemsworth. He quotes Walter Kempner. He quotes Bronzell. Okay, Bronzell, who published all these findings in the New England Journal of Medicine back in 1970. Okay, early 70s. Now, guys, the thing that pisses me off and triggers me like you wouldn't believe is, guys, this is nothing new. I've been trying to tell you. I didn't make this up. This isn't my protocol. This isn't my diet. I call it True Power because I can't call it, Walter Kempner. It's not my name. But guys, this is nothing new. This has been around for over 100 years with mountains and mountains of published evidence that this will completely reverse and 1,000% prevent type 2 diabetes. But no, as you see from the subs on my, and the views on my channel, eat your fruits and vegetables doesn't sell. No, keto, paleo, tell you bad things about your bad habits. More fat, that will do it. Fast, starve yourself, drink buttered coffee before you eat your bacon and eggs. That sells. And buy all my supplements. That sells. Eat your fruits and vegetables. And the fruits and veggies is it, man. And it's not just type 2 diabetes. It's everything. It's obesity. It's cancer prevention. It is... Now, I will do a video, and this is going to get me in big trouble, but Susan B. Komen, okay? I love the movement. Everybody wears pink, and they go hold hands, and they walk down Fifth Avenue, and everybody, holds hand across America to stamp out cancer. How many of them are vegans? They're contributing the #1 cause of the problem while they complain about the problem. I have a problem with that. The sun's in my eyes, guys. I'm sorry. Anyway, guys, check this out below. They have a tremendous book called Mastering Diabetes. I would buy it myself, but guys, I could have written it myself. I'm telling you, this is what I'm saying. It's said in another way. Guys, anybody that has type 2 diabetes, before you take, or even type 1, any form of diabetes, before you take another insulin injector, read this book. Watch this. Make it required reading if a loved one has some sort of diabetes. Guys, diabetes is worse than COVID. It's an epidemic within itself. Kills more people. Guys, it's like 38% of the population. By the year 2030, 50% of the population in this country will have some form of diabetes, either type 1, type 1.5 they talk about, which I didn't even know exists, pre-diabetes, and type 2 diabetes. Guys, Cyrus and Robbie, check it out. Get the book. But more than anything, guys, get on the program and live your life diabetes free with True Power. Love you all.